Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show with Big Raiders NFL Week 17. Let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys and girls, we got Week 17. Big Ree cannot believe it. Only 2 more weeks in the season. Wow. Until we get to playoffs, before we get into the episode, boys and girls.
Make sure to subscribe, comment, like.
And join the membership and get your merch, your DGF merch. Boys and girls, support the channel. We're going to start you guys off with the quote of the day. Quote of the day. You want to climb the ladder to success, and some don't appreciate the first 2 steps. They just want to rush. Once again, you want to climb the ladder to success, and some don't appreciate the first 2 steps. They just want to rush. Nicki Minaj, musician. Big Ree, what do you think about the quote of the day?
Yeah, it's a fact. It's like once everyone wants to do something, they just want to get to the top.
They don't want to put the work in.
Yeah. When you start a new business, it's going to take time. You're going to take the steps. You're not going to become Tesla or whatever, Apple, in the next day.
Yep. There's no overnight successes, boys and girls. Don't get fooled by what you see online. You got to put the work in, right?
Yeah.
And you got to appreciate that beginning stage where it's a little bit tough and things are not working out, and you got to figure it out. But everybody just wants to jump. Nobody wants to grind out these straight bets. They just want to put in that 15-team parlay and and cash in. That's what they want to do, right, Big Ree?
Yeah.
They don't want to do they don't want to put the work in. It takes time. Everyone's trying to hit those 10-team parlays and I'm going to cash in $100K. They see somebody online that did it, and but they see the one guy that hit or the 3 or 4 people that hit, but they don't see the 500,000 that have lost. You know what I mean? And that's real. Big Ree, that's real.
Yeah.
So. Nicki Minaj she's keeping it real, Can't be,
Yeah.
you don't, everybody wants to rush, but you got to put in the work. And so, quote of the day. Let's get into a recap, Big Ree, of, last week. Recap some of the big storylines out of last week. Chiefs moved to 14-1, beating the Texans 27-19. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought the Texans were going to backdoor and cover at least, but, the Chiefs just held on. Nothing.
As usual.
Yeah.
Just holding on at the end to these games. Sucks for, shout out, prayers to Tank Dell. Got injured again.
Yeah.
Season-ending injury, two years in a row. And, a tough one. ACL, dislocated knee, so hope you get better. That guy was finally getting into a groove here and playing well as of late, and but he's out. Another blown loss by the Jets. Big Ree, 4th quarter loss. They were up in the 4th quarter to the against the Rams, and then they blew that. And I guess here's my thought on that is is Rodgers done in New York?
100%.
He's done.
The whole team is done.
The whole team is done. They're gonna blow it up.
Yeah, they're gonna blow it up.
Wow. So, obviously, they already need to get a new coach. They need to get a new GM, right? So those guys have already been done. But you're saying Rodgers?
If Rodgers goes, Adams is going to go. And Garrett Wilson's not happy, so he might demand out.
But you think they just need to move on from Rodgers?
They already said them. They didn't say, but the reports are.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Forget about the reports. Like, what are your thoughts? You know football.
Clearly, look, it went nowhere. You didn't even win half of your games.
Yeah. Will somebody sign him?
Yeah, somebody will sign
because
him.
he's not going anywhere unless he's a starter. He's not going anywhere to be a backup.
He'll be a starter somewhere in the league.
And he's not going to go anywhere unless he thinks there's a legitimate chance or decent chance to make the playoffs, right? Like, he's not just going to anybody. So you think there's a chance that you think he will be a starter next year?
Yeah.
I think if he wants to play, he's shown enough. I think his problem is not him on the field. I think it's his off-the-field nonsense where he wants to go on these sports media talk shows every week, first of all. And then I think he doesn't get the respect of the locker room because he wants to indirectly, beat around the bush and talk about players in news conferences. And that doesn't it doesn't sit well with the team.
Yeah.
He kind of like he pulls himself away from the team and he messes up the chemistry. I think that's the problem. On the field, it's not like he's that bad on the field.
Yeah.
He's playing pretty decent overall. So I think if he decides he wants to play another year and someone's like, hey, we're willing to put up with your crap, then he'll start.
What if he takes the Brett Favre route and goes to the Vikings?
Possibly. If Sam Darnold, goes somewhere else and someone else pays him, I could see that happening, right? I mean, they got enough talent there on the offensive talent, so that would be funny though. That would be interesting if that happens. That will be real interesting. But yeah, the Jets, complete disappointment. Probably one of the biggest No, not the big. We'll get into the biggest disappointment this year, but it's not the Jets. They're one of them. Then what are your thoughts on the Raiders? They beat the Jags last week, and now everyone's like, hey, why did they win? They messed up that they should have been, being able to tank for, a better pick. Why did you win? Seems like the fans are upset. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I agree. They should have lost.
Against the Jags. They should have started Desmond Ridder again and just lost. Yeah. I mean, both of these teams are vying for a top 5 pick. I mean, they definitely need to do something across the board, right? They need a lot of, but I think that starts with the QB. Aiden O'Connell can't be a QB.
Yeah.
He's not a starting QB. Yeah, I mean, I understand the fans' frustration, but kind of like Antonio Pierce said, he's also playing for his job too.
Yeah, I get that.
And so he's like, I don't care about tanking. I'm here to win. Or we're trying to win. And I get it. So sometimes, but I think they knew that with Antonio Pierce. Like, I don't think he was the long-term solution anyways. They wanted him to come in there and lose games so they stack some talent, then they'll let him go.
Yeah.
Commanders beat the Eagles 36-33, Big Ree.
Yeah.
They outscored the Eagles 22-6 in the fourth. Hurts, he left the game with a concussion. What are your thoughts here on the Commanders? They're 10-5.
Yeah, but Jalen Hurts got injured, so that says more than anything there.
So you're not buying this?
No.
Are you buying the Commanders as a legitimate contender?
No.
Not
They'll be out in the first round.
Woo-hoo!
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably have to. I mean, I think anything can happen, right? It's just one game, but I probably would agree with you that, I'm not buying them. They're winning a lot of close games, and I don't really see them going far. But it's a good story. Daniels, rookie QB, number 2 overall, leading them to the double-digit wins. I don't think anybody saw that. Nobody saw that. So, congrats to Commanders, and then 49ers lost 29-17, Big Ree, to the Miami Dolphins. And I just want to, obviously this is the biggest disappointment of the year.
Dolphins?
Of the 49ers, biggest disappointment after, making the Super Bowl, almost winning it. And now they are just, they're done. But, I think they moved to 6-9. And what are your thoughts here? What happens next year? There's a lot of questions across the board here. What do you think happens there, Big Ree?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to waive McCaffrey or trade him if you can.
They can't waive McCaffrey, bro. They're
going to waive Debo. I can guarantee that.
You think they're going to let him go?
Yeah, they're going to waive Debo.
Okay.
I don't know what else. They're going to keep Kittle. They're pot committed keeping Ayuk.
Well, they already signed Ayuk, so that's done. He's already there. I mean, but I guess before we get into like who they keep, do you feel like, hey, look, these guys, they need to just blow it up, let people go, or it's like, hey, look, they did have a lot of injuries, and that's what resulted why they played so bad, and you got to run it back and get everybody healthy?
I mean, injuries are not an excuse. Every team has injuries throughout the year, and you got to be able to have good backups. That's on the team, and it's football. It's a physical sport. There's going to be injuries.
So you think the Niners are just a bad team? That's it?
I mean, I was more surprised on this, but yeah, it just seems like they couldn't overcome it because I think they're on like their 5th running back now. Garendo got hurt.
Yeah.
Mason got hurt. McCaffrey got hurt. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, just gotta overcome it. But I think they'll run it back. They're not gonna. No major. I think the major change will be letting Debo go or trading him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Debo. I never thought Debo was your number 1 receiver. And I think he was a good, like a 2A, 2B receiver, maybe a 3. And so with Kittle, Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, they just had a lot of good players.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey, obviously, he catches the ball as well. So he didn't need to be great. So they had a lot of talent. And I think that's part of the reason why they didn't do great. And I personally, my personal opinion versus what I think is going to happen are two different things. I think they need personally, I think they need to blow it up. I think Kyle Shanahan, this guy is done. I've never been a buyer on Kyle Shanahan. I think he's had a lot of things just go his way. Everybody knows how I feel about Purdy. This guy's not the answer. Ayuk, I like Ayuk. I think McCaffrey's solid. But that's just how I feel personally. What I think is going to happen is I think they should run it back. You know, you're very pot committed with Brock Purdy. You traded Trey Lance away, a guy that you traded, 3 first-round picks for or something?
Yeah.
You traded him away. You let Sam Darnold walk because you were so committed with Brock Purdy. You let Garoppolo go, right? So you let a lot of people walk.
So you're saying letting Jimmy G go was a mistake?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you let a lot of these people walk because you were so invested and you so felt like Brock Purdy was the guy, right? And, one thing that I saw interesting online was Brock Purdy buying his entire offensive line brand new Toyota trucks. And I don't know if he bought them himself or if he got in a partnership with Toyota and then they helped him give it. But I don't see any. I have never seen any quarterback that's making $1 million a year. Their team is 6-9 buying trucks for their offensive line. I've never seen that happen. And what that tells me is Brock Purdy is a very smart guy. This was a chess move by Brock Purdy that I'm going to get into good favors. We're going to get everybody a truck, spend like $600-700K on my offensive line, give them all brand new trucks, have it all filmed, recorded, go viral on social media, right? And then what? Are the Niners going to let me go? Or are the Niners not going to pay me a huge thing? This is the smartest move by Brock Purdy. I give Brock Purdy so much credit for doing this. By him spending $700K on trucks, he probably earned himself an extra $20-30 million just because of that. The guy is very smart, a very smart guy, made a decision. I think they gonna sign Brock Purdy. I just think they're pot committed. I think Brock Purdy, I'll make it clear, I still don't believe that he deserves $50 million a year, but there's a chance he gets it. The more that I think about it, honestly, there's a chance if Dak is getting $60 million, and Dak doesn't deserve it either, right? But it is what it is. I think they probably give Brock Purdy 4 years, 180, 190. I think that's probably what he ends up getting, but he might get more. Who knows? Does he deserve it? If I was a GM, I would say, hey, Brock, we're giving you 3 years, 100. Take it or leave it. If you don't want it, peace. That's what I would offer him. But, maybe give him 4 years, 120, and he gets an extra $20 million guaranteed. But I wouldn't give him more than that. But, it is what it is. But I think for the Niners' sake, they're just too invested. They got to run it back. That's what I think is going to happen.
Will the Niners win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
No chance at all.
Just to be clear.
No chance at all. The Niners are done. They had their window. It would have been great that they won last year. In NFL, it's so hard to keep up. You know what I mean? It's tough. So I don't think that's happening. Let's move on, Big Reed, to the BS segment of the show. The best segment of the show, clearly. What happened, Big Reed? We were supposed to go out this weekend, and you just went crickets on everybody.
I didn't go crickets.
What do you mean you didn't go crickets? You said we're going to go out for sure, and, you were nowhere to be heard from.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
You were nowhere to be heard from. Where were you?
I was waiting for you, Big Ree. Me and Javi were like, oh, well, what's up with Big Ree? I'm like, bro, I haven't heard of Big Ree. He said for sure we're going out this week. Did not hear from him. Don't know what happened to him at all. So What's going on?
I don't know.
Are you that busy? What's going on? Is there other news to be broken?
No, not really.
What?
No.
Should we change this from the BS segment to the Bachelor segment, Big Ray? And you can start telling us about what's going on the weekends because you are MIA big time. We have had nothing to report here for a while on the BS segment.
Yeah, we haven't.
And so we just want to know, is there anything...
We were supposed to take Harry B out for his birthday, but he...
I don't know what happened to Harry B. You know, I'm just saying a lot. I have no idea what's going on with Harry B. Shout out to Harry B. if you're watching the episode, big Harry B. But, you know, so what's the plans? At this point, like, we can't be just...
We're not going out this
figure it
weekend.
out.
We know that.
Why not?
It's going to be the New Year's.
Come on, New Year's is next week. What the hell are you talking about? We're still New Year's falls on a weekday, Big Ree.
Yeah, but it's gonna be.
Do you have plans this week? Is that why you're trying to say we're not going out and you're blaming it on New Year's? Come on. You know where I did go this weekend though?
Where?
I did hit up Randy's Donuts.
Nice.
Randy's Donuts. The thing is, I went to one of their new locations.
Okay.
Not the original out in Inglewood, and it tasted the same, right?
Okay.
Like I got a big chocolate Long John, and that was good, and it tasted the same, but they don't have even close to the traffic that the original one has.
Yeah, of course.
And so I feel like I went there at about 8:30.
Yeah.
8:30, picked some donuts up, and they were probably sitting around. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was the only thing, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I picked up a chocolate Long John and an old-fashioned chocolate.
Yeah.
And they were both pretty damn good. I gotta admit, they were good.
Yeah.
The location is pretty clean, but it's just, you know, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Nobody. When have you ever been to Randy's in Inglewood and there's nobody there?
Exactly. Yeah,
The drive-thru is always full. But yeah, so the donuts were good. Then we ended up getting some barn row, picking up some Thai food. It was okay. You know, nothing great. It was one of those takeout nights. Pick up some food and lounge and. I think last time we said we were going to go to Korean barbecue, Big Al's, or what was the other one?
BK.
Oh, Bundu Khan. Yeah. I think I kind of want to take out.
BK?
No, Korean barbecue on the list.
Okay.
I kind of want to take out Korean barbecue. Actually, I'm okay with Korean, but I think we got to go to one of those and we just got to pick it and go.
Okay.
I think we got to go Friday night. Are you in or out?
I don't know.
No, that's it. There's no, I don't know. You got to commit right now, Big Reed.
I don't think I can make it this Friday.
You can't make it this Friday. When can you make it?
Possibly Sunday.
Possibly Sunday?
Yeah.
So you just said you have nothing going on, and that's why you're like, oh, this weekend you can't do anything. I knew there was something going on. I knew there was something going on. You just were trying to beat around the bush. Something is going on, Big Ree.
Yeah.
So are you right now on the record for everybody to hear? Are you out this weekend then?
Probably.
If you are, no, don't say probably. If you are, just be a man and just say I'm out.
I don't know. I haven't finalized my plans yet.
I haven't even finalized. So you said you haven't finalized your plans. So that means you're trying to finalize some plans.
Yeah, Ace.
Okay. So then why don't you just man up and say it? Yeah. You're here trying to make up some nonsense, and if you're out, you're out. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're trying to beat around the bush. So most likely you're out. We'll just leave it at that.
We'll see.
This guy. We'll see. I'll tell you that. I'm going to be eating good this weekend. I'll tell you that. I'm going to be eating good Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I cannot wait. Real quick, are you on anything new on the Netflix game or Hulu game? Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing, none.
So are you going to sleep at like 9:30 or what? So you're not watching anything?
Yeah.
I just put on, I'm on the Netflix game, and it came up under my recommendations, something called Undercover. Have you watched that?
No, I haven't.
It's like a drug lord show on there, and so far I just started it this weekend. I was about 4 episodes deep, and it looks pretty good. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty solid. So I'm watched that. I actually watched the movie on Netflix, Big Ree.
Yeah.
Have you watched it? It's called Carry On.
No.
With the dude from Ozark.
No, I haven't watched
Marty Bird.
No.
I recommend it. It's a good watch.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's probably like an 8, 7.5, 8, but it's worth the watch. So I would recommend it. Any big plans for you for the holidays? We got New Year's coming up, Christmas. Anything going on, Big Reed, that you want to discuss?
Yeah, we got the Laker game. We got a lot of games on Christmas Day. We got
Who are the Lakers playing on Christmas Day?
Warriors.
Nobody wants to watch the Lakers. Nobody wants to watch the Warriors. I mean,
A lot of people will be watching that. That'll be the most watched Christmas Day NBA game.
probably
I'll bet
LeBron
on
versus
that.
Steph, but I mean, come on, bro. Both of these teams are boring teams to watch. Like, other than those two guys,
There's a reason they put them, though.
I get it, but like, do you really want to, like, are you getting your popcorn ready?
Yeah,
or your
absolutely.
chips and dip ready for that
Yeah.
game? You are?
100%.
Interesting. Okay. What else is going on? We got 3 Christmas football NFL games,
Yeah.
so that's good. But how many? Is there a whole slate of NBA?
Yeah, 5 NBA games.
Wow. I don't know, man. NBA is not the same anymore, Big Ree.
Yeah,
you agree? I mean, it's
yeah,
just
the
not-
ratings are down since 2012.
I agree. I mean, I'm not even watching the NBA as much anymore. It's just a complete crapshoot. I try to watch it, and it's a joke.
I mean, Steph Curry changed the game. Everyone wants to give him credit. Let's give him some credit. He made the ratings go down.
You're right. Big Ree, you're 100%. Steph Curry did change this game, and he's what has resulted in this kind of the nonsense of how the game is today.
Yeah.
Big Ree is right.
So
You know,
let's
like
give him
everybody
some
wants to
credit.
give him credit that he changed the game, but we need to start giving him a lot of blame too. Like, this game is becoming a complete goddamn joke. Everyone just wants to chuck up 3-pointers. I think I read one game like a week ago at 91 3 shot.
Yeah.
How stupid is that? Honestly, and I kid you not, I was talking to Harry B maybe about a week or so ago or 2 weeks ago, and I kid you not, me and Harry B were talking, we're like, dude, in today's NBA game, me and Harry B legitimately could get shots off easily. Like, that's how much of a joke it is. Like, I'm not saying we're going to be balling up, but legitimately, like, anybody can get shots up now. You just get the ball, take a step back, and shoot up a 3. Anybody can do that now.
Yeah.
Oh, half the time, people are just wide open on the 3-point lines. Everybody's around the 3-point line. You just keep swinging it. People are getting open shots. I mean, it's a joke. If someone told you 15 years ago, hey, you could probably play a couple minutes NBA, like, there's no way. There's no chance. You wouldn't even be able to dribble the ball. It's a joke. Anyhow, we can leave that for another discussion, but yeah, the NBA, it's disappointing. At least in the playoffs, you get a little bit better competition and a little bit more, but still, the game is completely different, Big Ree. And I think, you know, everybody wants to say, hey, Adam Silver has done such a great job, and you know, all this stuff. Maybe there's way more money, but that's kind of evident with the whole the online, internet, media, the streaming money. That's evident. Yeah. Everybody wants to correlate, oh, there's so much more money because the NBA game is so much better. That's nonsense. It's because of all the streaming rights and social media. That's why there's so much money, and all these players don't give a crap because they're making way more money than they were 10 years ago, so nobody else cares, but they're making more money. The game is a complete joke right now. Nobody cares. All these superstars are willing to be able to sit out 15, 20 games a year. They don't even want to play back-to-backs. I mean, it's a complete mess. It's a complete freaking mess. Anyhow, Big Ree, gun to your head. Lakers making the playoffs?
I mean, biased pick, I'm going to say yeah. So,
who are your... I just want to know right now, we're quickly in NBA, who's going to the Western Conference Finals, top 2?
Thunder.
Okay. Thunder, you're buying them? Okay.
Nuggets.
Thunder or Nuggets? I'm not buying the Thunder. I think the Nuggets make it back, and I think Dallas makes it back. I like what they're doing over there. I think Phoenix is going to put it together. They look much better this year with a new coach. I would say Phoenix, Dallas, and then not the Thunder and Nuggets. Those 3. I would say any chance Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs make it. No?
0.
No?
0.
Interesting.
Make
Okay.
it clear.
Okay, what about the East, Big Ree? You got the Bucks that won the NBA Cup. Congrats to Doc Rivers. What do you think of the East?
Celtics for sure.
In the Western Conference Finals, okay? And who's the second team?
And then, I don't know who the second team is. Always a wild card. You got Milwaukee there. You got New York. Philly's not going anywhere.
Is Philly going to make the playoffs?
I don't know.
Okay, I think they make the playoffs. I think they get it together. They go on a run.
And then I don't know who the other teams are really.
You got, I mean, obviously Milwaukee's in there. Philly sucks. Pacers, I mean, are interesting. You got the Knicks.
Yeah, I said Knicks.
But nobody's really. I think the Knicks are a fraud. I'm not buying them. I'm not buying the Knicks at all. I think the Bucks. I don't buy Doc Rivers, so that's the questionable part. But yeah, I mean the Celtics look good. I think, you know, I want to see Philly in there. I think they got a good team if everyone stays healthy. All right, Big Ree, anything else before we get into some shout-outs?
Let's get into the shout-outs. Shout out to Charlie4. He gave $50. He said thanks.
Thank you, Charlie. We appreciate the $50 thank you, and we appreciate it. I want to give a shout-out to Marion Nichols, always commenting, and he's like, Ace, we need a upset alert. What's up? You always used to give upset alerts, so I'll do my best, Marion.
Shout out to Luminide. He said, thanks, boys. Enjoy the show.
Shout out to the emotional critic. He said, Ace got me crying this week. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Big Ree. What does he mean by that?
Laughing.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope it's a good thing. But
shout out to Daryl Turner. Said, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all. Let's go.
Thank you, Daryl. And then shout out to Brian Chu. He said, I love the Hawks pick, even though it didn't work out that well. I think we just, as a push? +3, the Hawks?
I think I said by half a point.
Yeah, to 3.5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. So, yeah, the Hawks, you know, but Brian Chu, we know he's a big Seattle Seahawks fan. He's in California. We gotta link up with Brian one of these days. And so, okay, all right. Anything else, Big Ree? Any other shout-outs?
That's it.
Anybody that you want to, give a special Merry Christmas to?
No.
You sure? Or Happy Holidays? Or Happy New Year? Anybody?
No.
To you, someone? Ace. Okay, I appreciate it, Big Ree. Happy Holidays to you. Merry Christmas. And let's get into Week 17. All right, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos. Chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right. And before I get into the slate, it was a good week 16, against the spread for Ace. And I want everybody, if you guys haven't checked out our Circa video, that drops. Went 4-1 on that video, and so it's going to be another juicy weekend, boys and girls, in Week 17. All right, Game 1. This is on Wednesday, December 25th. On Christmas Day, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Chiefs are a 3-point favorite. Kansas City 14-1, coming off a 27-19 win versus Houston. Another win, but not super impressed with Kansas City. They are on a 5-game winning streak. Only lost 30-21 to Buffalo in Week 11. Patrick Mahomes started off really slow on the season, but he has 15 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions over the last 8 games. He had 9 interceptions in the first 7. Isaiah Pacheco is not looking good in his return from injury. 43 carries, 157 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3.6 yards per carry. And if you take away the 34-yard carry against Las Vegas, this guy's averaging 2.9 yards per carry, Big Ree. So he's not looking good. And we got Pittsburgh 10-5. They're coming off a 34-17 loss to Baltimore. Honestly, a couple of bad turnovers cost them here. A pick 6 by Russ and another turnover. They're on a 2-game losing streak. And here's my thoughts here. First of all, 5 of their last 7 games have been on the road. And at home, they are 5-1. Pittsburgh obviously plays much better at home. Kansas City, I think at this point, they're content with just winning games. They're not trying to blow anybody out. They're not looking for any fashionable wins. George Pickens is expected to return and play. He didn't play last couple of games. And I really like Pittsburgh here. I got Kansas City on upset alert. That's shout out for you, Marion Nichols. And I'm taking Pittsburgh +3 here. All right, Game 2. This is a Saturday game, December 28th. We got the Denver Broncos at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are a 3-point favorite here. Denver 9-6, coming off a 34-27 loss to the Chargers on Thursday night. They were up 24-13 in the third and then just got outscored 21-3 the rest of the way. Snapped their 4-game winning streak. This is a back-to-back road game for Denver. We got Cincinnati 7-8. They're coming off a 24-6 win versus Cleveland. Sloppy game, but they got the win because Cleveland is just a really bad team. Joe Burrow, 23 for 30, 252 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Joe Burrow on the season, 69% completion, 4,229 yards, 38 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions on the season. They are currently on a 3-game winning streak. And here's my thoughts. 7 of their 8 losses on the season were by 7 points or under. 7 of their 8 losses are to playoff teams. They really need to get this win to stay in the hunt for a playoff berth. Basically, they really need to win both games and to keep their playoff, hope. And obviously, they're playing Denver, who's one of the teams that they could squeeze out of the wild card. And so, I like Cincinnati here. They've been on fire. Their defense is questionable, but they're on fire, as you can see with Joe Burrow. And I'm taking Cincinnati -3. This is my lock of the week, boys and girls. All right, game 3. We got the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are an 8-point favorite. Carolina 4-11, coming off a 36-30 overtime win versus Arizona. This was my lock of the week last week, and I lost here. Big Reed, this was my one bad pick of the week. I went, 4-1. I went, what picks I had? I had Miami, PK, Rams I had on the Circa. I had the Colts. I liked Atlanta in the bonus picks, Chargers in the Thursday night. This is the one pick I didn't get right, and I look back and I did make some mistakes, but it is what it is. Carolina played well, honestly, but some Cardinal turnovers cost them here. Obviously James Conner getting hurt, that hurt them because he was playing really well, over 100 yards already in the game. Bryce Young, shout out to Bryce Young. He's been playing really well since he got reinserted into the starting lineup. 10 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions in his last 8 starts. Passing touchdown in every single game, Big Ree, since he's got reinserted. He has 3 rushing touchdowns as well. 4 of their 6 road games, they have lost by double digits, Big Ree. So check this out. They've played 15 games and only 6 were road games. And 4 of their 6 road games were by double-digit losses. They lost 26-23 in overtime versus Tampa Bay in Week 13. Tampa Bay 8-7. They're coming off a 26-24 loss to Dallas. They outgained Dallas 410 to 317. They out-first downed them 25-15. But 2 bad turnovers in the fourth quarter basically cost them here. Snapped a 4-game winning streak for Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield, 71% completion, 3,920 yards, 34 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. 10 interceptions. These guys are on 11 interceptions. Sorry, these guys. Baker Mayfield is on fire. Baker Mayfield is playing great. He signed a 3-year, $100 million contract. He's being underpaid. He is being paid underpaid. Baker Mayfield's playing great. 5 of their last 7 games have been on the road. All of their losses have been to playoff teams except this last loss to Dallas. And they need a win out to win the division, and they need Atlanta to lose 1 game. And I think they're going to do that. I think Tampa Bay is going to win out. I really like Tampa Bay here. I think this is an easy one. I'm taking Tampa Bay -8. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is a Saturday game. I got the Chargers at the Patriots. Chargers coming off a 34-27 win versus the Broncos. Pats coming off a 24-21 loss versus the Bills. Chargers have been good this season, especially on defense and their run game. Patriots are looking forward to the draft. Nothing to play for. If you go back and look at the Chargers' last 2 games, they gave up 40 points to the Bucs where they lost, 27 to the Broncos, so that's 67 points. That's an average of 33.5 points. This is also at Gillette Stadium, a high of 41 degrees, 55% chance of rain. Chargers win this game on a game-winning field goal, but I'm taking the Patriots plus 4.5. The second game I got is the Jets at the Bills. Jets coming off a 19-9 loss. They were up 9-6 in this game and completely blew it. Bills coming off a 24-21 win versus the Patriots. Josh Allen played awful, and he had 154 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 30 rushing yards. Jets offense looked like they were moving the ball, but a couple issues here. They're not feeding Garrett Wilson the ball, like I said earlier. They're going for it on every 4th down. They went for it on their own 34. They went for it on their opponent's 30, so our opponent's 13. At this point, coach has nothing to go for, so Josh Allen's going to have a huge game. I'm taking the Bills -9.5. That's my lock of the week. The last game I got is the Falcons at the Commanders. Falcons coming off a 34-7 win versus the Giants. Commanders coming off a 36-33 win versus the Eagles here. I was not impressed with either win. The Falcons beat the Giants, blew them out, nothing to talk about there. The Commanders barely beat the Eagles, and without Jalen Hurts. Commanders give up a lot of points, so do the Falcons, so I think this could go either way, but I'm going to take the over 47 here.
All right. Anything else, Big Ree?
That's pretty much it.
All right, boys and girls. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and happy holidays and a Happy New Year. I mean, I think next time we see everybody, we will be close to the New Year, and so enjoy the holiday season. It only comes around once a year, nothing like that. And so enjoy all of that. Eat well and stay safe. And good luck this weekend, boys and girls.